Hello, everybody. It is Lasha from Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know. Question mark, question mark, question mark. And that's this channel. And the live channel is at Lasha, ROJENKO 6907. I already did my introduction to Emily Rose. And Analese Michael is the real woman behind that movie. And this is part one. The early childhood years, okay? All right, here we go. Chapter 1, the childhood years. Analese Michael was not quite 24 years old when she died. She was a child of the stable, frugal, industrious, slow-moving German middle class, more peasant than urban, law-abiding, and in Bavaria, where she was born, solidly Catholic. The Michaels had been village artisans for centuries, mainly builders and bricklayers. Her father's father owned a sawmill in Klingenberg, so did her mother's father. So it sounds like it was definitely many generations. A first daughter, Martha, died at the age of 8 of kidney ailment. Everyone loved little Martha. The family is wont to tell. She liked to pray and was a gay and gentle child. Now remember, this book was written in 1979. So if there are the words gay or niggle, it has nothing to do with racism or anything like that. Everybody's so touchy nowadays. It's ridiculous. Oh, look, who's talking? I'm as touchy as they come. I'm just projecting there. Okay, so her father's father owned a sawmill in Klingenberg. So did her mother's father, grandfather Fleur in Leibfing, a small community in Lower Bavaria. Analese was born there on September the 21st of 1952. So if she was alive now, we know I'm bad at math, but at any rate, my mother was born in 49, she was born in 52, so she was about 3 or 4 years younger than my mom. The second child of her mother, which means if she had lived, she'd be in her 70s now. A first daughter, Martha, died at the age of 8 of kidney ailment. Everyone loved little Martha. The family is wont to tell. She liked to pray and was a gay and gentle child. I prayed 3 rosaries today, she'd tell everyone when she came in from playing with 3 lambs that Papa had given her. The image of the pious child recalls altar paintings from the Bavarian Baroque. When Analese was little, she often visited with her grandmother, her grandparents, in Leibfling, Leibfling. Throughout her life, she retained some of the special lit of the dialect of the village of her mother, the latter Anna Ferg. She attended 3 years of secondary school and then went on to commercial training, the usual choice of the girls of her class. Only the brightest went on to become nuns or enrolled in college of education for training as school teachers. So you have to remember that this family was very, very pious. Probably to the extent of, without the cruelty, The Handmaid's Tale. Again, because the choices were nuns or enrolled in college of education for training as school teachers. It is a persistent pattern. 2 of Anna's daughters chose the same, is a persistent pattern. 2 of Anna's daughters chose the same course of the next generation before her marriage to Joseph Michael. Anna worked in the office of her father's sawmill. As a matter of course, she had lived at home. Now, Annalese's father, Joseph Michael, was sent to secondary school in Muhlenberg, where he was when he was 10. This was done according to the mother's wishes, who wanted him to become a priest. Dedicating some of one's children to an, ooh, I know the word, I just can't pronounce it, so I'll spell it. ECCLESIASTICAL. Career was a family tradition of long standing. 3 of her own sisters were teaching nuns. The boy received good grades in everything but Latin, the one subject most important in the time for a future priest. Reluctantly, his mother finally agreed that he changed over to a trade school, an outcome presumably not too distressing to his father. He had always wanted to take over the family business. So he learned carpentry from a master carpenter to his father's establishment after passing his journeyman's examination 3 years later. After passing his journeyman's examination 3 years later, he worked in that trade. At 22, he was drafted at the outbreak of the Second World War. He fought first Russia, conquering this experience. There is a touching little entry dated October the 29th, 1975, in Annalese's diary. St. Joseph told me that he was the one who saw to it that Papa found those books in Russia. Papa often told about this, that in Russia his feet nearly froze off. Then suddenly in the snow he found a pair of wonderful Russian boots. Toward the end of the war, Joseph Michael became a prisoner of the Americans. He was released in June of 1945. He went to Munich to attend school for construction work. In 1946, in the summer of 1948, he passed his master's examination. He took over the family business in Kingenberg and married 2 years later. Now, this is when we really get into Annalese's life. So I am going to hold you to this. That's 8 minutes. That's the average attention span of most people. But tomorrow I'll be doing a deep, deep dive after my dentist appointment. So listen to this twice, like a podcast, maybe once with me reading and then once to yourself, and just absorb the family history. Okay? And then we'll get into more tomorrow. And seriously, God bless all of you. Grace and light, I always say, and be kind to yourselves, and I will do the same. Okay? Brand new teeth, hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully. Okay, bye everybody. End and end.